Robert has shared how the 5 events that we've held since last Sunday connect together to reinforce the idea that Holy Week really is a symbol of our entire spiritual journey. We begin by accepting the truth, we commune, we have diversions along the way, and in the end, we do reach the full realization of truth. And it has, I know I speak for Robert when I say that it has been an honor to join with you and to celebrate this very sacred time. And before we close this Holy Week series, I wanted to just take a moment and share how this event came to be, and also to share a vision that Robert and I have been carrying in the hopes that as we move forward, that you will carry this vision with us as well. So just to begin, I have to zoom out. This won't take long, but to begin, I do have to zoom out and give you a bit of context. On the morning of Easter Sunday in 2017, just a few months after the CE had been published, I received an email from Robert where he shared what he called a quote, little Easter celebration that he does every year. He said it was a ritual that he usually did alone, and he asked if I wanted to join with him this time. I said, of course. And that day we spent a couple hours reviewing the meaning of Easter. We read the course, but mainly we read an article that Robert wrote, which you can find on the Circle's website, called Did the Resurrection Actually Happen? What we reflected on that day, and what we've reflected on every Easter since, is how the resurrection was and remains the supreme event of human history. Nothing could or ever will come close to the significance of this one event. As Robert has said in the message today, the resurrection was the absolute demonstration of the most important principle that there is. Nothing can destroy truth. Jesus's life showed us for his time and for all time that good can withstand any form of evil because light abolishes all forms of darkness. And it's striking, isn't it, how all roads in the course lead back to the introduction, where it says nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. And so, as we've been saying, Easter is not a symbol. It's not a parable. It's not a fictitious story with a teachable moment. Easter Sunday changed everything because it is a historical fact that demonstrated an eternal truth. And so last night, I went back through old emails looking for that original Easter, those original Easter messages that Robert and I exchanged when we were discovering our shared love of Easter and of Jesus in particular. And in light of this Holy Week series of events, in one of those messages, Robert said to me, the Jesus piece is a whole other side to him. And I responded that we'd have to make a course out of it one day because I wanted to ride shotgun in his head for a while on all of this. But I knew even then that I wasn't the only one who was meant to be shotgun on this ride. I knew even then that this quote unquote little Easter celebration very much needed to go beyond one person and then two people to encompass the entire course community. And that's what we're doing here today. Because today is the first true Easter celebration of the Circle. And the vision that we hold is that what we're doing here will eventually light the way for course-based Easter and Holy Week celebrations around the world. Our vision is to be part of a global laying down of the idea that this is the season about God sacrificing an innocent person for our sins and instituting a global honoring of this as a sacred time of trading thorns of attack for lilies of forgiveness. Our vision is to see individuals and groups springing up to share and live the course's teachings on the true nature of communion as reaching past conventional barriers to join with others, to see individuals and groups springing up to share and live the message that we really can teach only love regardless of the circumstances, and to see individuals and groups springing up to share and live the message that in the end, truth will always have the final word because God wills it so. Jesus is back, and let's be the ones who get his message of love right this time. Let it not happen again where his message goes so grossly off track. Let us be the ones who know to the deepest core of our being that nothing real can be threatened, that no amount of misperception has any influence at all on a son of God. We can do that. We can do that every day if we carry forward the meaning of this day. And this isn't just our opportunity, because given the state of the world, it really does feel like our obligation. If you are here, you have been called to help right now at the Course's origin. A Course in Miracles is roughly 44 years old. It is a mere infant on the spiritual stage. And so what this means is that we are all new disciples staring at an empty tomb. If we believe that Jesus is the author of the Course, if we want the Course to grow into a mature adult on the spiritual stage, then we are the ones who must carry the news that he is not dead into a world that desperately needs him. What it is to be here at the beginning of the Course's Easter story. What an honor and what a responsibility. You are part of this story now. And so as we close our first Holy Week celebration, Robert and I sincerely hope that you will take what you have learned and join in your own way to turn what began as a quote unquote little Easter celebration into something big enough to be worthy of the example that Jesus set for us.